Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. For this video, we will continue to look at the Transformers Kingdom Warfare Cybertron trilogy. This time, the leader class, Megatron. And it says here it's Beast, Megatron Beast, and it's actually a beast. I did not expect this to be this big. For context, here is a Voyager size packaging from Kingdom. Oops. And that box is huge. So this is the first leader class figure that comes out for Kingdom, and it's of course the Predacons leader, Megatron. This is the first time that I'll be having a figure of this version of Megatron. I'm not really sure if this is actually Megatron from G1. So don't roast me. I did not watch Beast Wars. I tried to, but yeah, the interest and the investment of time was not there at the time that I tried to. Maybe right now I would be more open to it since I really like the figures that Hasbro has released so far. So we will be taking a look. This is my first time to take a look at this this Megatron, this huge beast of a figure. So first off, let's take a look at the packaging. Hasbro's initiative for lesser plastic now allows us only to see the torso of the figure. So if this has two left feet or two right feet, we do not know. Hopefully not. Also, no more clamshells inside. But it's quite secure. Nothing is jiggling around. For the illustration, it's very nicely rendered, a nice rendered painted illustration of our boy here, Megatron, and his purple dinosaur mode. Kind of menacing. In creepy factor, I would say the most creepy beast transforming figure would still be Rat Trap, because he's actually the same size of an actual mouse, and he could actually be a mouse. So yeah, at the back is a CG render of Megatron here in his robot form and in his dinosaur form, and at the side is that Kingdom Transformers Warfare Cybertron trilogy promo art, which traces each and every packaging of the Kingdom line. It says here Takara, it says here Hasbro, part of the unification of the two. I'm sure Hasbro will still be releasing other figures with their flair, with their signature paint flair. Hopefully. Anyway, let's take him out of the box and let's take a look at the figure itself. Okay, so now we have him outside of his packaging. I've been fiddling with him before I do the video. His transformation is a bit more complex than I am quite confident in showing you, but I will try my best. Okay. Also, I think I mistransformed this part. I am not able to fold it the way it's supposed to before because of the rubbery material that they use for his dinosaur exterior. Anyway, he does look like a beast, doesn't he? He is very big, very big actually. To compare him with the Maximal leader here, Megatron here just towers above him. Towers above him. It's a good. See, even if you put Rat Trap on Prime's shoulders, they roughly have the same height as Megatron. So Megatron here is like a Voyager class and a Core class in height alone. He also feels a lot heavier than most of the leader class that we have been treated to in this War for Cybertron line. To compare him with another leader class, we have here Earthrise leader class figure, Double Dealer. And while Double Dealer is huge in his own right, maybe a bit sideways instead of more horizontally than vertically, Megatron is seen here to still tower over Double Dealer. And while Megatron here is a lot kibble-tastic, more kibble-tastic than Double Dealer here, it lends more actually weight to the figure. While some parts of Double Dealer are fiddly, Megatron here feels a lot more solid. So putting back Double Dealer where he used to be, let's go back to Megatron here. Megatron's color is just wild, okay? So I come from the Philippines, and the first time that I was introduced to Megatron was actually a toy review in comic form in one of the publishing that I used to work in. I used to work for Culture Crash Comics, and they did this wonderful toy reviews in comic book form, where in the comic books, the toys are having an adventure. Very much like the Toy Story thing. So in one of those, I forgot which issue, Elmer Damaso, a wonderful artist. If you're not familiar with him, he does a lot. He does work for Harmony Gold. He does Macross. He also does Voltron. He did a couple of manga for 7 Seas. Works for K-Zone Australia. Very wonderful guy. I was introduced to Beast Wars Megatron through that toy review by Elmer, wherein he said that it was so scary to transform that he does not even know if he's actually folding articulation or he's actually breaking the toy. And that's what I felt about this toy actually. It has a very complex, well, not a very complex transformation, but a transformation that's kind of scary. There are bits and pieces of the transformation which are scary to do. And I will show that to you later. Looking at the toy right now, it's very, very purple. If you are a Filipino, he is most often referred to as ube. Ube is a delicacy of sorts here. Very purple, very, very purple piece of food. And the flesh part, the underbelly of the T-Rex, actually makes him more of like foodish, the color. I have a couple of paint blobs here on the head of mine. You can see that here. It's when you paint and it's just a bit more paint than. He is really menacing. I really love this part. It's like a jaw of some sort, overlooking like that. Paint apps on this are wonderful. You have that ube colored purple, and then a bit of a gunmetal gray here, silver for all these spiky things. Yeah, like I said, the foodish color of his underbelly. Texture on the dinosaur exterior part is amazing actually. It's amazing work by Hasbro here. Articulation on that T-Rex head, if you open it, you could see there is a port there, which you could use most of your effect parts from either the Battle-Masters or your Commander class figures or your Leader class figures. So you could have him breathe fire. Of course, what I have here is a Battle-Master effect, and it's not that big. But if you have one of those from either Commander class Jetfire or the blast effect from Omega Supreme, that would really be something to behold. Something like this dinosaur head is breathing fire. So yeah, the head is on a ball joint. You could feel it. So there's a bit of a side-to-side motion, and since it is on a ball joint, of course, it can rotate fully 360. Shoulder joints, shoulder articulation allows him to raise his hand sideways like so. You can see that. And he has bicep swivel, a elbow bend, has articulation in this part, and this is not part of the transformation. He just is able to do that. I don't know why. I do not know why. So yeah, and for the T-Rex side, has a bicep swivel, elbow articulation. Head actually can go up and down. Jaw can open that wide, very wide actually. He has waist articulation, so he can rotate very well. For his hips, he, oops, do not split him. He can do the split that much, but if you remove this thigh cannon of sorts, if you place it down, he is quite heavy. He's very top heavy, and if you would notice, he would actually bend backwards a bit, because his kibble at the back is really huge. Anyway, if you remove those thigh cannons, you could actually have him split the full Van Damme. You could actually leave that cannon either on the side down there, or you could actually place it higher so that the actual cannons are pointing at the enemy. He has a swivel on the knee bend. See that? And his foot, which is also the dinosaur's foot, can bend forward. Toes bend forward, bend upward, point upward, and has a bit of a ankle tilt. Very nice. So he is very poseable. Even if he is a bit top heavy, he is quite poseable, and he can stand actually on one foot. If you could, I've done this a while ago. Yeah, he has good balance. Okay, nice good balance. One thing also that I noticed when I opened this, smells a bit like rubber. Not a bit, smells a lot like rubber. I guess that's the material that they use for the dinosaur exterior, which is I am amazed of. It's very, very, when you take a whiff of it, when you remove it from their packaging, and it smells like a new slipper. So anyway, we've seen the robot form. To transform him is quite tedious, but I'll do my best. I'm not that good at transforming, but like I said, I mistransformed this before, and now I cannot put it back to what it used to be. It's supposed to be that this side is showing, but since I do not want to force it to go back and maybe destroy the actual toy, so I'm left with this kind of transformation for his robot form. Anyway, to transform him, first we fix that head twist this and then bend it like so. You could already see that it's the robot, the T-Rex's throat for his tail. Flip this towards the arm and then peg that to that slot there, and then what I did was straighten this up and then fold it in. So this will this is what I did. So that there. And do the other thing also on the other side, and then flip this up and okay, now this is the part that is kind of scary to do. I hope I do not break this toy on camera. Now flip that neck, which this will be the neck part of the dinosaur. Okay, so instructions said that you should disengage the torso first, but I found it very hard to do. Anyway, let's try. So yeah, after disengaging that, you would flip this like this and then open that entire backpack. There is a spring. These are spring loaded. You can see that it's spring loaded. So I open that one. And now twist this like so. You could see a snap on thing there. You could just snap that here. You could see that. Aye. Now you could hide the head. Okay. Now for the feet, go ahead and put those tie cannons back down. There is a slot in here and a peg, so just peg it there. Now you gotta split this open. See that? This is the scary part, because this is kind of yeah, there, and then push it. So do the other part also, the double hinge there, and then it locks actually, but it kind of feels so flimsy that it's kind of scary. Alright, so you can see already that this dinosaur is a bit almost done. Align the tail like so, and then let's close this up. Tiny robotic. Just almost done. Almost done. Now, this one also feels a bit flimsy, so I'm kind of scared that I'm going to eventually rip this off. Anyway, to close that, you could see that there are slots in there, and there are pegs here. You just slot that in. Okay. Peg those. Nice. And now this will cover up those legs. Just align that. And there you have it. You have him in his dinosaur form. He still towers above most of the other figures in his dinosaur form. While you can see that there is a lot of gaps. It's mostly probably because of the transformation of my transformation. You could align it more if on your own side. The articulation on the dinosaur is actually very nice. As you can see, there is a side-to-side motion that happening there on the head. It could also raise his head up, open his jaw, can look down, side-to-side motion. His teeny Tyrannosaurus Rex hands are on a ball joint, so it can move sideways, rotate fully, but move inwards, outwards. Feet are actually the same. They have the same articulation as before. You can bend, you can see that. So you could feed, you could raise it up so that you could howl at the moon. See. Balance is, you could just balance him, see? There is a knee bend there and side to side motion. You could there is a bit of a swivel there as well. He can do the walking pose pretty well, and then you could have him actually look at the camera. Tail can move to side because of the articulation of the arms. See that? So there's, see, he stands really well. The balance is wonderful actually. So yeah, I am, like I said, I am not that familiar with Beast Wars, but this is an awesome figure. Kind of makes me interested in learning more of the lore of Beast Wars and collecting the other Predacons, especially if their leader here is this well made. I mean, look at Rat Trap here. Rat Trap is so small. I mean, you could eat Rat Trap. Ah. And here's also Cheetor, also small compared to the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Of course, Optimus Primal here is just a bit bigger, but should be smaller. But still, they look good together. So yeah, that's my look at this figure. Very wonderful figure. The Megatron, the leader class Megatron from Kingdom War for Cybertron trilogy. Thank you for watching the videos. Please do leave a like. Share the video if you will. Also, if you can, please do subscribe to the channel. And if you do subscribe, please do click on that notification bell so that you know when I'll be uploading other stuff. See you at the next video, and thank you once again for watching this video.